Good morning, children, and welcome to English online class. And before I switch on to my today's session, well, I welcome you, not only me, on behalf of my English department and on behalf of my SPR family. I welcome you all to the offline classes. And as you know, that in last week I was teaching, or in other way, we were dealing with the drama called Watchman of the Lake. And as I have told you, Watchman means guard, lake, water, river, sea. So here, a person has taken the responsibility of taking care of lake. In other words, it's a message to all the people to look after the nature, to take care of the nature. So in the same way, so today, as you know, that we have completed scene 1, right? Scene 2 and scene 3. And today we are going to deal with scene 4 and scene 5. Now, as in, I'll come to that later. So first, as you know, in third scene, we came to know, we learned that, see, as our Mara, who before he comes or before he was given this title by the king called Rupmangada, right? So he was like a lunatic, common man in the place of Sakari Patna. They got a lake and all. And you know very well that in third scene, in second scene, he was waiting for the king to give the important message. And in third scene, you know that that scene has held in the capital of the king. And where you know that now our Mara, who was lunatic, who was worthless, now he is the watchman of the lake. And now, as you know, as he took the job, or he was assigned as the watchman of the lake, then he became very responsible. And more than calling it as a responsible person, he took oath that, see, he is going to take care of all the people, not only in your language, science language, equality, right? Fictional, apes, birds, girls, they were not allowed to be killed by the human being, and the mammals, right? Including human beings, including animals, reptiles, right? So they should not make their water dirty by their blood. No man is allowed to shoot under film shooting allowed. To shoot, we know, we all are very much, it is a hobby, it is a passion of some of the people for like hunting and all. That is banned, especially in that place where our Mara is watchman of the lake. But what happens here that when he was, he was calling his son Ganga. Then when he inquires, what you were doing, I was calling. Then he was told by his son that, see, he was behind the tree and he was watching that a man was fishing. That makes our Mara furious, that because it is already mentioned, he took promise, it was his duty that see to it that no one should be harmed, especially in that place. Is that clear? And now, later on, what it is observed that he goes to that place where he warns to that fisherman, where he was just not accepting that he came there for fishing and all. And then later on, what you will see, that he said that, see, being as a watchman of the lake, I have come across with so many storytellers like you. Then this trick will not work in front of me. It will not work. Then he said, now you can go. So while he was just warning, this is called as consciousness. This is called as a responsible person. Even though he was warning, he can see that a man is bringing his cattle to the river so that it can quench his thirst and all. But that place was not good. That was danger. Then he orders his son that he should go there and tell him not to choose that place. And then later on, as he sent his son, then he see that a stranger, a visitor from that place comes under the domain of the king. Then he comes there and he asks Mara a favor. What was the favor? Very important. As he lives in a place where they face always the scarcity of the water, Then he tells that, see, will you help me for supplying the water from this place and all? Then he said, sir, if you ask me, then I'll say no. Why? Because if you ask me, I should tell you, being as a watchman of the lake, that our what I can say, this lake is meant for that only. What is for meant? It is meant for helping the people. Am I clear? So it meant for helping the people. But before I take this decision, there is someone called authority, and you need to take his permission. But one thing I can assure you, he will not say no. He is a good person called, I mean, king and all. Then once I get permission from him, then I'll see to it that the canals are laid, and I'll see to it that the day the canals are laid, from that day, this water belongs to you and your people and your place. So this is what, and later on when he was talking, then he observes there is a sudden change in the river Beda. Now, what is that sudden change? What is going to happen? Or I can say what has happened. We will see. So, in this scene 4, you are going to see the destructions of the lake and death of Mara. Now, how is it? That is what R.K. Narayan's main intention. He has brought this character called Mara as lunatic, but he is a lunatic for the people, but he sacrifices his life for the people. He gives up his life for the people. Then what happens? We will see. So again, the scene 4 is in the capital of the king, no doubt in that. Because as he is there, this incident is going to happen. Now what happens? We will see. Late at night, midnight. Torrential downpour and a shrinking storm. Torrential heavy rain. Torrential heavy rain. Torrential heavy rain. Torrentian. Heavily rain. Right? And shrinking stroke, making, see, now before I switch on to this, let me write this. Making high pitch sound. Now what is it? See, if you have come across with storm, if you know, I mean, birugali antantikalla no. So birugali bittaga, like how it will be, you can hear that swee and the sound. You will feel as if someone is crying and all. That is called as shrinking. So late at night, it was raining heavily, and it was stormy night, and the king's palace. Now this incident is going to take place in the king's palace. So it means what? Now this conversation is going to help between the king and the Mara. The bell at the palace gate ringing incessantly, continuously. Constantly. Right? Now, what we will see that, see, late at night, it was heavily raining. You can hear that sound of that stormy wind, and then you will see that someone is ringing the bell or knocking the door of the king's palace continuously. And when you will ring the bell or when you will knock the door of anyone, whether it is of relative or whether it is of your own, when you are in emergency, when you are scared, or like with continuous, you will knocking or you will knock the door. In the same way, as it was late night, our king was resting in his palace, so he just he comes to know that someone is knocking his door continuously. Not the king. who is so urgently summoning me at this hour, summoning to meet, right? Who is that person who want to meet me at this late night? What has happened in this terrible night of storm? Oh my God, whether everything is fine or not. No, if he has come late night in this stormy, in this stormy, heavily raining situation, then something might have happened. Go down and see who it is. Go down and see it is an order given by the king to his servants. The bell ceases, ends. Now, point out this: when you will ring the bell and when it will stop, when you allow a stranger or when you allow that person to enter inside your house. So when he was allowed, or you can say when servant opens the door, he stops ringing the bell and sounds of footsteps. King can hear that someone has entered in his palace in this late night. Now there is no doubt. He got confirmed that there is really someone who wanted to meet me at this late night. No, ma, sometimes it will happen. Now, if you got trees and all, what happens when in this stormy night, in this heavily raining night, what happens? That all the leaves and all, when it hit the door, when it hit the window, you will feel as if someone is knocking, but it will not be there. And it is heavily raining on that shattered roof and all, then you can hear it sound as if someone is walking. So in the same way, like tap tap tap, adi yaro badita idareno athra. But now he got confirmed that someone has really come, or he has entered in his palace very with a important work. And now king is standing in front of that person who was knocking the door. Who are you, man? What has happened that you should be calling us this hour? By the way, who are you? And how will you manage yourself to come out in this heavily rain? And how you manage yourself to bear this stormy wind? How did you bear yourself, or how you manage yourself to come and meet me? You should be calling us this hour. Something would have happened that you have come to meet me at this late night. Why are you gasping so badly? Gasping, breathing fast. And see what happens sometimes when you run fast, when you walk fast, you will stop breathing from your nose. You'll start breathing from your mouth. It will get blocked. So, ಬಾಯಿಲಿ ಉಸಿರಾಡೋದು ಅಂತೀವಲ್ಲ, that is called as gasping. Man, I have been running. Now, this is statement. He is justifying that statement why he was gasping. Who asked this? King asked to the person who has come to meet the king at that late night. So why I am gasping? Because I was running. And I was running without taking a pause, without taking rest. King, in this storm, what has happened? You are running, you are gasping. What is, like, everything is fine or what? Who are you? By the way, who are you? What has happened? Okay, fine, everything, I listen to you. I'm there to listen to you. But before that, let me just know who are you, from where you are, what has made you to meet me at this late night? Man, I am Mara. Sir, this is me, your watchman of the lake, Mara, most high. King, Mara, how different you are now. Before you was taking casual. Like, okay, fine, what has happened? Why you are like this? Whether everything is fine or not. But when he came to know that that person means, see, right? By this statement, what we will come to know that it was raining so heavily that it was highly impossible for the king to identify the Mara. Why? When it happens, when the rain will batter us very badly. When you drive, in you ಗಾಡಿ ಮೇಲೆ ಹೋಗ್ತಾ ಇರ್ಬೇಕಾದ್ರೆ, when you drive when you go on your bike and all, when the raindrops hit on your face like, by it's all strong and all, it is highly impossible to identify you. In the same way, oh Mara, what has happened? How different you are now. What has happened? See what you were and what you are right now. Battered by this rain. Battered? worn down means very beaten badly by the rain. Battered, worn down. Worn down. By this rain, with your hair plastered on your face, all your face has come on your face. It was highly impossible for me to know whether it is really you or what. And all that water dripping, you are very much drowned in this rain. I can see water is dripping from your hands, your face, your hairs, your clothes, from everywhere. Mara, I beg your Majesty's grace for bringing my presence here in this. So before that, I would like to ask sorry that I have come in front of you in this condition. But you should understand my plight. That I have got a very terrible message with me, which has made me to give this message on any condition. I have come running, battling with roaring wind, and through slush and ragging torrents. Forgive me, Your Majesty. I am trembling with the message. So sorry, I am literally very sorry that I have disturbed you at this late night. Not only at this late night, but I have presented myself in this condition. This is not the way where I should present myself to the king. But you just forgive me. I'm helpless because I got a message in such a way that now also I'm trembling. Now also I'm shivering with that message. Then may I utter it? So he is taking permission from the king. Sir, with your permission, can I say what was that message? King, yes. Mara, my lord, it is about. Then when he gets the permission, yes, you can proceed. Then he said, sir, how I should tell? I cannot express in my words. I cannot imagine also. It is about the bound of the lake. It is about the lake. I feel faint, sir. It is about the lake. This message was about the lake. Now I'm not having that much strength. I'm not having that much guts to tell you that what is that message with me. See now, in scene 2 and scene 4, you can compare in two ways. And you can compare the condition of Mara in two ways. What was the first message to build a tank? When he was giving that message, he was very much casual. Am I right? He was telling, sir, this is the order of the mother goddess, so you have to listen to it. But now he is not having, he cannot control himself. He's not having that much guts to tell what is going to happen with the lake. Okay, oh, tell me what has happened. Oh, tell me. See, first you just breathe. You just control yourself and tell me what has happened, what is going to happen. Mara, it is about the smash of its bounds. Sir, how I should tell you? I cannot imagine. I am feeling weak to tell that it is that our Veda, our boundaries are going to break. What tank we have built, it is going to break. Okay, Mara, are you mad? Are you sure? Your mind is your own. Now King gets angry. Why? He says, Mara, have you lost it? Do you know what you are speaking? Are you having control on yourself? No, why he is telling this? Because he was the person who told Mara that, he was the person who told king to build the tank. Now he is the same person who is telling the king that the tank is going to break. Then he said, now what you are telling, what you want to say, are you having any knowledge? Are you conscious you are speaking with me and what you are speaking with me? Mara, Your Majesty, till the evening there was no sign of coming rain. Sir, I know very well. You will tell like this, but I am helpless. Now, why I am telling you this? Because just now I got that message. Till evening, everything was perfectly alright. Everything was fine. So, as I was talking with my friends, suddenly I saw changes in the climate. Now, how beautifully is describing. If you got pencil, if you got text, you'd underline each and every line of this destruction. It was a beautiful bright day, unruffled. Everything was calm, undisturbed, undisturbed, undisturbed. Okay, everything was peaceful. Everything was fine. Where it was? The lake mirrored the blue sky on its bosom. See, bosom, chest part. Okay. Then he said that, sir, it was so peaceful that I can see the sky in that waves which was flowing. I can see its image in the water. But at dusk, the sky darkened. But as the sun started setting down in the morning, dusk in the evening. So as the sun started setting down, what happened? Everything started getting changed. Automatically, the cloud became dark. You know, when it is about to rain, what happens? You can see the cloudy clouds, very black. If it is going to rain heavily, black. You will feel as if it is 6 o'clock or 7 o'clock. When it falls, then clouds will get clear. In the same way, the clouds started becoming darker. I called my son in the hut. As I gave another job to my son, when I saw that there is a sudden change in the climate, then all of a sudden I called my son inside, and we both got shut inside the hut. Raindrops battered my roof. I can hear that it is going to rain. It is raining heavily because I can hear its what I can say drops which are falling on my head. At midnight, the wind rocked my head, and I can see that it was dashing. I mean, with the forceful wind, the leaves, those all the things are dashing on my head. I got up and went out. Then I said, something is wrong with this place, something is wrong with this planet, something is wrong with this weather. When he got up, as his son was sleeping, he got up, opened the door, and went outside. My heart noticed when he saw that scene in front of him. It was highly impossible to believe on his eyes. Okay, oh, tell me, is the lake going to break? Oh, leave that all. No, king is very much like what I can say nervous because as a king, I can say he is a leader, and when he is a leader, he should not only think about himself, but he should think about his people also. But this man is telling only story. He's not coming to the point. Then he said, "You just tell me that later, but you first tell me that really this Veda is going to break. Really, is there any threat to our people's life and our life?" Then he says, Mara, Your Majesty will know it presently. Now you will come to know. I rose from my bed and went out. Ah, I have never seen anything more terrible in my life. When I went outside and saw, I swear on my God, I didn't see such what I can say gesture. I didn't see such face of the river Veda, alternately river goddess. Veda was thundering down the mountain. It was like up and down like it was reaching to the height of the mountain. The wind shook the earth. I went to the edge of the water, edge shore of the water. The waves rose to man's height. The waves which used to be flowing calmly, now it is raising to my height and hammered at the back. It was dashing at the shore. The water level was just a hair's breadth below the shore. It was like fractions of movement away to destroy the whole place. Any moment it might heave and flow. At any time it can take away the life of the people. The people, innocent people who were sitting, who were sleeping at their house, they were not knowing that within a fractions of minutes, not minutes, within a fractions of seconds, their life is going to end. Just it is waiting to attack on the people, and that I can see the face of the river goddess, King Mara. Mara was like, what is to Mara? Come to the point, please. I am disturbed. Are you really speaking? Is it true that lake is going to destroy us? But this all the what tank which was your order is going to get break. Come to the point. What is going to happen? Tell me clearly. Mara, I fell down and prayed. Where he fell down? On feet of the river goddess. A goddess stood before me. Her tresses were wild. Her eyes gleamed with a strange light. See now again in scene 2 and scene 4. You can compare. How was before? Her tresses were flying gently. She was having a smile on her face. Her eyes were glittering, but now you can see her eyes were burning with the anger and she carried a sword. She was nothing having before, but now she was having a sword, and she had splashed her forehead with formula the bindi. What big bindi? What she did do? She can see the lava is coming out of her. It means that river goddess is very angry. I thought at sight of her when I saw her, I started trembling. I fall on her feet. Get up and hear me intently. Get up and listen to me seriously. She said, I am the goddess of the lake, and that river Veda is my plaything. See, again, I would like to tell you the river Veda, what you can see, is creation of me. So it means what? I can do anything with the river goddess. Clear out of your heart at once, mother. Same thing. What is going to happen? Then he said, see, as you know, I am the creator. I can do anything with you also because I have you are. See, I can say that you and all the things are creation of a creator. I am the creator, right? So there is no need to get boastful. So when I am creator, so I am there to decide what to do and what not to do with you people. So that's why now I have decided that now it is your duty that you are going to tell all your people to vacate their place because within a moment I'm going to end this place. Then if Sonali starts begging for the land, then he said, Mother, what are you going to tell? What you are going to do? Please tell me what you are telling. Please make it clear. It is not clear to me. I'm going to kick away the miserable stone. Yeah, let me tell you. I'm going to kick away the miserable stones. Miserable stone, you know, these all walls and all this well and all tank and all, they are built by the stone. It means that I'm going to break the tank which was built by the king. Then you have piled up to imprison the water of my Veda. You have built it because it was my order. Now my Veda is feeling as if it is imprisoned. It cannot flow freely. I'm going to destroy your tank. So that's why, as you have imprisoned my water, now I have decided that I am going to destroy this tank. Mother, we put it at your command. Now the same thing, mother. But if I am not wrong, you should pardon me. It was you. On your order only we have built this tank. I said, yes, and now I will do this. So yes, you said no. Before it was my move to ask you people to build the tank. Now it is my move to destroy the tank. When I am the creator, who are you to question me? I created it when I want the same thing and I will splash away its water when I like it. It is my thing. When I want you to be peaceful, I'll make you to live on any condition, happily, to live happily. But when I have taken a decision to destroy, then no one can stop me. By the way, who are you? The thing which is created by me, the same thing is now going to stop me. No, it is highly impossible. This is your illusion. Who are you to stop me? You, Mara. Me, river goddess. She replied, King, Mara, Mara, are you speaking the truth? Mara, please, don't you? It is not the right time. Is it? Are you speaking truth? Is it what it is really going to happen? Mara, your majesty, may my son and wife perish if there is a word of untruth in what I am saying. Sir, I swear on my child, I swear on my wife, that if single word is like my both wife and my son should die in this destruction. Okay, go on with your story. Now, come on. What is going to happen next? What was her decision? Mara, I pleaded with her. I begged with her. I pointed out to her the vastness. Then he tried to explain her. Mother, see your vastness. See how long you are flowing. It means that you are not only going to destroy this place, along with us, you are going to take away the life of millions of people. Then think, mother. The water stretching the length of the hill and going to bend out of sight. The whole of it kept by by. See, now it is flowing not only in our place, it is flowing. It means that You are not only going to take one life, but you are going to take millions, billions of life, which would take a quarter of a day to cross. Now, you just think it is the place which will take half of the day to cross. Means you are flowing so vast, so long. But all that she would say it has. Why do you make much of it? Then he said, why you are so overreacting on it? Yeah, I am flowing. Now I am going to destroy. Then why you are overreacting on it? Then I told her that water waited like a crouching tiger and would spring upon hundreds of villages and towns and the king's capital beyond if the bank was removed. My dear mother, think once again. If you are going to break the tank, it means that you are going to take the life of the people, lakhs together, millions together, crores together. Now I can see that as this hunger tiger will wait for its prey, in the same way your waves are waiting to attack on this place, then it means that not only we are going to die, along with us, many innocent people are going to die. Don't think about us, but think about other innocent people who have just taken birth. What they have done. We would have done the mistake being in the place. But what about others? Why you are punishing others as well? I pleaded with her for us to spare us and have pity. I begged her like, please have mercy on us. Please show mercy on us. But she was not able to listen. But she was not to be moved. She was not able to listen to anything. She has firmly decided. A most terrible and reckless mood of destruction seemed to have come upon the god. She has firmly decided that she is going to destroy us on any condition. I felt Din Namaskaram. Din Namaskaram kela. Before her and back, a poor mortal like me cannot stop you, oh divine mother. But grant me this. I'll run to the capital and inform the king and return. Then when he came to know that this is not in my hand to stop the river goddess, then what he did? Okay, mother, I will not ask you to change your decision and not stop you from the destruction, but you should permit me one thing. At least you can do this. What is that? I'll go to the capital, I'll meet the king, I'll inform the same what you have informed. Till that, you should promise me that till you see my face once again, I'll go and return. Till I return, you are not going to take any decision. You are done. You may carry out the devastation. Yes, I grant this. I'll wait until you have told me. Yes, this I can permit you. But till when? Till you give or you convey this message to the king. Well, she said, and here I am. So because I took permission from her, now you can see me standing in front of you. Okay, Mara, are you sure you saw and heard of this? Again, I'm sorry to ask this, but it is highly impossible for me to believe that this is the thing what it is going to happen with us and with my captain. Mother, how can I prove it? Now, first of all, he is in tension, and in that he is unable to question all the questions, unable to answer all the questions of the king. Then he says, sir, how I should prove you? Can't you see the mud on my clothes? It has, that is what he said. Here you see mud on my clothes. When I fell prostrated before the goddess, all this mud. No, you can see. By this you should get a proof that really I met goddess. Really this is what going to happen, and this is what is the decision, and this is the proof. Okay, I dare not think. I cannot imagine. I cannot believe. I do not know what to do. In a moment of less, I and this palace and my subject people. Then I said, oh my God, I cannot believe. Within a fractions of moment, myself, my capital, I'm not caring for my life, but I'm caring for many poor innocent people. It is going to get end. Hey, call someone. Now he tells his servant, call someone. Let an announcer. Announcer, Dunkur is also the messenger who will announce the important message of the king to the village. Go on round and beat of drums. Dunkur is also the one who call the gift. And announce to the people and to everyone in my kingdom that this is the last day. The deluge is upon us. Deluge, flood is upon us. Tomorrow the sun will rise upon the lifeless land. Let's see, call the messenger. He will go announce in the village with his drum that today is the day. Tomorrow no one is going to see the sun. And why? Because we are going to face the destruction. We are going to face the disastrous flood. Mara, Your Majesty, permit me. Then he said, sir, if you permit me, can I say something? Okay, tell me what I have to say. Then he said, yeah, tell me what now, what next you want to say. Mara, I have a suggestion. Then he said, sir, I have one suggestion. Okay, go on. Then he said, what is your suggestion? Mara, the goddess will keep her word. She has promised to wait till she sees me back there. Make it impossible for me to return there, Your Majesty. That is it, sir. You know very well. God and goddesses are known for their words. And you know very well that I have taken promise from the reverse goddess that till she see my face again, she is not going to do anything. Then make it impossible. Make it in such a way that I should not return back. King, how? What are you saying? How I can make it impossible, Mara? If your Majesty's sword is there, sir, you cannot do what your sword can do. King, no, what a horrible suggestion. Now he understood. He is asking you to kill it. And he said, have you lost it or what? No, why are you speaking in this way? No. I cannot do this. For many life, I cannot take one life. You are very much important for me. Mara. Or send for the executioner and expert who will cut the head. Okay? And he said, sir, if it is highly impossible with you, then you ask any expert to cut my head. My son, sir, think once again. My son is still sleeping in the hut. He don't know what has happened. My last request is this: when I am gone, wait. But one thing I would like to request you that when I am gone, when I die, you should make my son Ganga as the watchman of the lake. Not only the Ganga watchman of the lake, but his next generation also. And then his sons to the last generation. So you should promise me that my whole generation will work for you as the watchman of this lake. And it means that, according to the suggestion, Mara will give up his life. He sacrifices one life for many lives. So, in this scene, you'll come to know the death of the Mara. Scene 5. In front of a shrine, as I have told you, it is like a holy place, holy thing, which is built either for the deity or for the famous hero or for the person. To dedicate thanks or to dedicate respect on that the people's behalf. Ganga, son, come here. As you know, as our Mara was calling his son, in the same way, Ganga was also calling his son. Son, coming father. Ganga, where were you all this time? What you were doing? I was calling you. It was very important. Son, I was watching the girls. Girls, very small birds which fly high in the sky. Over the lake, father. How they skim and catch the fish. It is lovely to watch. Then in that, all are safe, nothing has happened. And now you can see that, sir, father, I was watching that how these small birds will fly high in the sky. They'll come down to the sea, catch the fish, and they'll again go up. It means that it is very beautiful to see. This nature is so beautiful. Then Ganga. Well, didn't you know this was the hour of worship at the shrine? Then he said, sir, how it can happen? In that scene, in that beautiful nature, you forget that this is the hour where we have to worship to the shrine. How you can forget that? Son, father, I forgot. Then he said, sorry, father, I forgot. I just got involved in this beautiful nature that I forgot that this is our duty. Ganga, don't forget again. That is all I can say. Only being as a father, I can say that as we are the watchmen of the lake, we should not be lenient. We should take responsibility of each and every thing when it is assigned to us. I will be very angry if you miss another worship. If I come to know once again that you have forgot or you have missed, that is going to make me angry. You are old enough to realize your duty. Now you should know what you have to do as the watchman of this lake. I think I was lesser than your age when I was ordered to take my father's place. This is a common dialogue of each and every parent. They tell that ನಿಮ್ಮ ವಯಸ್ಸಾಗ ನಾವು ಇದು ಮಾಡಿದ್ವಿ ನಿಮ್ಮ ವಯಸ್ಸಾಗ ನಾವು ಹಿಂಗಿದ್ವಿ ಸೊ ಇದೇ ತರ he to say that I was too small when I got responsibility as the watchman of the lake by the king. Even my mother was away somewhere. She was not there. The last I saw of my father was when I went to bed. Before I go to bed or before I went to bed, I saw my father. Until after that, I didn't see his face. When I woke up in the morning, the hut had blown up. When I woke up in the morning, I didn't see my hut. I was alone sleeping. Then the lake was merely rolling over the shore. I can see the waves were rolling and they were dashing to the shore. And whom should I see as soon as I got up? When I got up, before I see my father's face, I saw the king's face. He said, my father was no more. My father has died. And ordered me immediately to do my father's duty. Then he asked me to take the charge, to take the same job of my father. Soon after that, he built the shrine. So after that, immediately, without wasting much time, without taking much time, he built this shrine, what you can see, and for which we have to worship, which looks over the lake. Where you can see near the lake, and on the day of dedication, he himself present. Sometimes he will be present to dedicate worship to the shrine. You see those two figures. You can see now he is standing somewhere. He is showing his son somewhere. Now, as you can see, the two statues. The one on the top pedestal at the top. I mean, it will be in this form, like on which statue is built, like this rectangle shape. Pedestal is the guardian goddess of this. So the first statue, what you can see on the pedestal, is the guardian, caretaker of us and of this lake. Who is she? River goddess. And the another immediately, very much below that statue, you can see my father. It means your grandfather. By the king's order, worship. By the king's order, worship is performed on the evenings of every Tuesday and Friday. Now, after installing this statue, after declaring that these statues has to be worshipped, then he made it compulsory every Tuesday and Friday they should worship these statues, this shrine compulsorily, where scores of people come and take the blessings, come from even distant towns for it. You must not miss a single one, and you are not going to miss, or you are not going to neglect, or you are not going to forget. Son, yes, father, I'll agree, I'll follow. Ganga, good boy. When I'm gone, you must watch over the lake. Now, the same as his Mara, Ganga is also telling you that when I die, you are going to be the watchman of this lake. So, you have to be very responsible as my father was, and as you can see me. After you, yourself. The same thing. Then our whole generation is going to work as the watchman of this lake. Now come into the shrine and see the worship. Now come, we have wasted a lot of time. Come, we'll go for worshiping. And you know that as soon as you enter in the temple, you will ring the bell. So in the same way, all the people as they were waiting for this Ganga and his son to start the worship. So as soon as they entered in the shrine, the bell started ringing. So in the same way, this is the end of this one act play. In the first scene, we learned that writer is introducing Mara as lunatic. Then you come to know that he got a very important message from him. And in second scene, you will see that the king has arrived to his place and he conveyed the message that it was the order of river goddess that he should build the tank for this river Vega, which is flowing since the and then in there you will see that something went wrong with the climate and all. And then later on in fourth scene, you will see that again he got a very terrible message with him. That was the destruction. The river goddess is going to break the tank of this river. Then, as he has taken promise from the river goddess that till she returns, she is not going to take any terrible action. So the king, or he requests the king make it impossible to go. It means that he is requesting the king to kill him. And then later on he dies. And in this last scene, you will see that the conversation will be between Ganga and his son, where he forgets to worship the shrine, which is near the lake, and then he make him aware of all the responsibility as the watchman of the lake. So this is the end of this one act play. Thank you. Have a nice day.